Hello, my name is Jose. I currently work as a lorry driver and I live in Bristol. I am originally from Belize, and in 2009 I got recruited and brought over to join the British Army. I went to Catterick Garrison, did the 6 months infantry uh, combat infantryman course, passed passed out, and then I got sent to First Battalion Rifles, which was in Chepstow, just under the old Severn Bridge, and I did just under 6 years in the army. I did a deployment to Afghanistan. I went to Kenya twice. I did Arctic warfare training in Norway, and after that, uh, I couldn't. Well, I was very good at the fitness and all that sort of stuff, but I wasn't very good at taking orders, and I didn't really enjoy my time in the army, so I left in 2014. Ever since then, I've been a lorry driver. I got my licenses through the army. So when I left the army, I wasn't very confident at driving. So I started driving the vans, the little small trucks delivering tools, and sort of a tool shack and tool shed. And I did about 3 months for Sheffield Insulation Group. After that, I moved on to bigger vehicles. Like one of my first big jobs on bigger vehicles was going to delivering music. It's not music. It's concert instrument to a venue in central London. It was a Sunday evening, and it was. I remember that day like it was yesterday, and I was sent to London, as green as grass. Not a lot of experience with driving, not a lot of experience with driving in London and all sort of stuff. I got stuck in all the little small lanes. My sat nav was taking me, like I said, I was green, so I didn't know much about how to use the sat nav and that sort of stuff as a driver. And the sat nav was taking me down all the tightest little lanes and roads in London, and I felt like throwing away that key for that lorry, walking away and never going back to driving. But I got back to Bristol in one piece, and ever since I've been driving, and so I'm trying to set up this YouTube channel. I've been driving for a long time now, so I'm trying to set up this YouTube channel to go with my driving, because I spend a lot of time driving and spend a lot of time driving on the roads, and I think I see where's the potential of me doing something with YouTube and just having a channel that talks about lorry driving and that sort of stuff, because well, that's where I spend most of my time, and except for briefly when I left the army in 2016. I was studying to be a pilot, and in total, it took me about 7 years. 7 years and £80,000 later, um, I finished my pilot training, and I this was in 2019. I stayed in the UK for a bit. I couldn't get a piloting job, so I went back to my country, where Belize, where an airline company offered me to go and fly for them for free, just to build my hours and gain experience. And then later, when I got to a certain amount of hours, they were going to start paying me, but they never did. So I worked for 6 months for free, basically, and then I got a job interview for Wizz Air in Budapest. I came back in August of 2019, went to the UK, and I went to Budapest. I spent 2 days in Budapest going assessments. I didn't get the job. There were 10 pilots turned up, and they needed only two pilots, and I didn't have much experience, and they were pilots with a lot more experience and bigger airplanes and sort of stuff, so they got the job. I came back to the UK, and so after I came back to the UK, there wasn't anything else for me to do. I went back into driving. Um, I spoke to my old boss, because along the way, like I said, after I left the army, I spent 3 months driving small vehicles, moving up. I had that scenario with going to London, and then eventually I left the army in 2016. In 20 this was 2017, and about January of 2017 I got a job as a fuel tanker driver, because whilst I was working and sort of stuff, and people were telling me about the place you want to be is fuel tanker driver. So I did get into fuel tanking, and then after I finished my pilot training going back to Belize, I left my job. My boss was telling me to, I said I was going to I resigned, but he was telling me, no, no, you don't know, you might someday want to come back, you don't know what's going to happen. I was like, nah, no, I'm going, I'm never coming back. So I went to Belize. I worked there for 6 months. Then I came back to the UK. I called my boss, and luckily he gave me straight away. I was a good worker, so straight away he gave me my fuel tanking job back, and I did the fuel tanking job. Um, I did that for a bit, and then I got tired of that, because you're always standing out in the cold and wet. It's greasy. When you're delivering oil and that sort of stuff, the gas oil it stinks and that sort of stuff. So I got tired of that, and I went back to I went to uh, I went to do supermarket driving. Um, but all along the way, I saw there was potential of the stuff that I can do. So I started this YouTube channel, and this is an introduction um, to introduce myself. Whilst I was, you can see I'm in my tracksuit and sort of stuff. I went out for a run. So whilst I was out running, I was thinking about how to improve my YouTube channel. So and there are a few problems I'm facing at the moment, because where I live, I don't have I live in a shared accommodation, so um, I don't really have broadband. I don't have broadband internet. So I'm thinking that I've been trying to get broadband internet, but the way the setup works here in the UK is that only one broadband can be in the house. I live with three other people. They've got their separate section of the house and that sort of stuff, because it's a big house, and so I'm trying to get the broadband, and I'm not able to get the broadband because of that. So I'm thinking about getting a Starlink. Starlink maybe is gonna work. I don't know, but yeah. So I'm facing that issue with the internet. Also, um, I'm facing that issue with internet. Also, well, I currently drive for I, I work agency, but as part of my agency, I work for a supermarket, and if you've worked in the supermarket industry, you know that they're always pushing, pushing. They always want to be rushing, rushing, rushing. So I work nights as well. So that's an issue for my channel, because most of the places when I have started recording videos and I'm trying to get my channel going, but because night and dark and that sort of stuff, all the footage I get when I go into editing and that sort of stuff, it's not the best. So I think I'm gonna have to change my job if I want to improve on my YouTube channel and make good videos. I'm kind of change from I do the nights because they pay better. It's almost like £1 or £2 more per hour working nights than working days. But I'll work on my YouTube channel, and hopefully I can start making some money from the YouTube channel, and that's going to compensate for me changing over from night to days. So I had the issue with the broadband. I had the issue with working nights. I've also got an issue with working for other people, because like you said, if you work in the supermarket industry, they're on you like, come on, let's go, 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 go. Why do you stop there for 5 minutes? Why do you stop there for 2 minutes? So I've got to sort that out. I've been thinking about to help me with my YouTube channel, and I'm recording this video now even before I start doing all sorts of stuff, because I wanna log my journey as I'm going along, how I've improved and what I've done and how I've gotten how I will get this something good. Hopefully, in the future my channel is going to improve and become better. So but I've been thinking about. I've looked on eBay, and for what I want to do, I looked at a tractor unit, a tractor unit, so a six-wheel tractor unit, and I see some of them come up for about £16,000. Not a bad one. Some of them come up for about £30,000. I'm thinking maybe I get something about £20,000, so I can set up my cameras in there and record videos of my journeys and make videos about the journeys and that sort of stuff. Also, um, mm, yeah, and because I've always got to be rushing around that sort of stuff, I don't have time to make the videos. But if I would get my own tractor unit, I would be able to take my time, do one job maybe for a day, take my time, edit my videos, upload it, and all that sort of stuff. So I got a friend, and I want to thank him in this video as well. His name is David Gribble. He's a director at Above and Beyond Transport Limited in Gloucester. So we were both in the army together, and he was in a different section, but we passed out together. And um, so I called him, and he took his time out to explain a bit to me and had a conversation with me about if I would buy my own tractor unit and try running it and managing it. And supposedly it's some of it is a nightmare, other parts of it is not so hard. I asked him if he would help me out with a bit of it. He said he'd have to think about it. So yeah, I'm thinking about maybe investing some money. I'll be my own boss, which I've always had a problem with working for other people because I don't like getting bossed around. And I've had, ever since I left the army, I've had hundreds of jobs probably because if I go to somewhere and somebody speaks to me roughly and a bit of tone, I speak to them back with a bit of tone and that sort of stuff, and I get fired and that sort of stuff. So I want to do the YouTube channel as well because I can be my own boss, make a bit of money whilst I'm doing the lorry driving, and improve and make good videos and show what it's like being a lorry driver. So that's my plan. Um, and So to kind of recap on everything, to help me improve my YouTube channel, I will need to get better internet so that I can upload my videos. I will need to change over from nights to days. I've looked into getting my own tractor unit so I can take my time and record videos of the locations I go properly and that sort of stuff. And also um, record the videos. And there was something, oh, as you can tell, I'm not very confident. I've never been very confident uh, for years, so I gotta improve on speaking in crowds and speaking to a camera and that sort of stuff and speaking to people. So I gotta improve on that and well, and I gotta improve on that as well, and hopefully I'm gonna get better, and my channel is gonna grow, and I'm gonna start bringing good content to um, other HGV drivers. I want to build a community with other HGV drivers and show what it's like being a HGV driver, the locations we go, the difficulties we face, um, and just show what it's like being a YouTube driver. So hopefully this channel is gonna help me with that and allow me to be my own boss. And yeah, I'll see how it goes and where it takes me.